Welcome to our spiritual morning, our soulful morning, a morning about soul's journey. And today we're going to be starting the beautiful book about healing, which is what all of us have been doing for so long. Today is day 91 of our soul's journey, which is all about Dr. Brian Weiss's books. We've completed sixth book, today is the seventh book. And I thank you all for joining the sacred space. And it's time for all of us to begin healing Sunena. And I want everybody to know that Sunena was born at 1210 on the 22nd of April 1978. And I strongly believe that 121 is her number, which is my angel numbers. And in the Akashic reading by my teacher, she said that I was Sunena's sister in one life. So no wonder I have such a strong connect, even though we are co-sisters. And you, my dear, beautiful soul community, since Monday, when we all got to know about Sunaina, who had this major tragedy or major accident, major whatever mishap on Sunday, you've been healing her every day. Today is a very, very powerful day for us to be healing her. But tomorrow, the dates are 1212. It's a very divine, magical portal for oneness, for a lot of things, for bringing our higher self in picture, for partnerships. Two is for partnerships, one is for oneness. And tomorrow, we as Agarwal family are going to be initiating a community, a unity mass healing for Sunena at Pune. And a lot of you can join us virtually. And of course, this is right now, the first information is going to the Soul family. I'm having a call with my brother-in-law at 8 o'clock. He's open to separate the idea because I had this entire visualization in my Akashic reading that we were all healing Sunena. There were hundreds of people in our home in Pune healing her. Small little groups were made, and people were healing her virtually, and we did bring her back. So the mission is called Let's Get Sunena Back, and we're going to be doing this very soon. So you're the first ones to know. And so tomorrow I will be in Pune in the morning, 99%. And maybe we will not be connecting in the morning session because I either will be in Pune or will be in transit. So today we are starting this healing book with the promise that we, as soul family here, will be into healing not only today but for all of our lives, because tomorrow it's whether Sunena comes back or not. Firstly, there's no question of not, because we believe that she will come back, and that's our assertion, that's our affirmation. But we will always believe in the power of healing, because tomorrow miracles will happen. And I really thank you all for that. I know you'll all be joining for sure on that virtual call. There's nobody from Pune in here that I would have invited him or her straight away to join. Is there anybody on call from Bombay? No, I don't think so. Not in this group. Okay, so take it. Fine. Without further ado, now the time is 6:04. Let's start. It's perfect. It's number one. It totals to. Let's become one and do our healing for Sunena. So once again, everybody close in your eyes. Straighten your backs, hands open on your thighs, facing heavens above. Let's take a deep breath in, filling our bodies with love, unconditional love. And take a deep breath out very gently, releasing all possible things which are of lack of love in our being. Take another deep breath in, filling yourself with divine light that spreads bright in our body. And as you exhale, release all the darkness that's stored in your being. And the third time and the last time for this morning, take a deep breath in, filling yourself with prayers and hope. And as you exhale, let's release all anxiety, any questions, any doubts. And now, let's invoke the divine bluish white healing light from the heavens above, the source above, into our body, into our being, through our crown chakra. And before that, see it pass the soul star chakra, which is 18 inches above our crown chakra. See the source of light above, bright, beautiful, entering and powering the soul star chakra, further coming down, empowering the crown chakra. See it coming down, flooding into our body, and the third eye chakra gets activated. A little below, the pineal chakra gets activated. a little below, keep coming down. Another chakra gets activated. These are the guidance I just got. Further coming down, our throat chakra gets activated. The light flows in us, making our heart very expansive and it's becoming very, very, very beautiful and light and activating and brightening. No scope for doubt. As the light travels, there's another chakra which I can see between the solar plexus and the heart that gets activated. I do not know the name, but there is a chakra I can see. Now further down to solar plexus gets activated. Our sacral chakra gets activated. Let's flow down and our root gets activated. Now see the pillar of light activated in your body from the soul star until your root. All these beautiful points, the chakras, are absolutely wonderful, bright and luminous. Now see the energy flow from the Ida and the Pingala nadis, crisscrossing at all of these chakra points and flowing into our body so beautifully. And as they reach the bottom at the root, they enter the Sushmana Nadi, the center of our being, and the energy rising from our root to our crown, reaching our solar plexus, root to our crown. And see the energy rise, feel the energy rise in your body, going up, 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 up. Now stay in this beautiful feeling where the Sushmana Nadi is activated. Ida Pingla already were. And see the light flowing in your body, in your hands, fingers, in your chest, in your stomach, in your entire spinal cord, in your back, higher, middle, lower. If your shoulders aren't activated and lighted, light them up. Release of any heaviness that you may be feeling. Feel the light activating in your hip area, in your thighs, in your knees, in your calves, in your feet, in your ankles, and see yourself flowing and grounding yourself into Mother Earth. Now, whatever we give Mother Earth, she gives us back so much more because it's a mother. So much love, so much light. And we've given our mother this beautiful energy, this beautiful light, and she in return is giving us this golden healing light from her. And see this light again enter through your soles of your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hip joint, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, face, neck, hands, full fingers into your collarbones, your front heart area, digestive area, breathing area. You're activated completely. The golden healing light is there. The silver healing light is there. The yellow and the white light is mixing and becoming so luminous. Your entire body is radiating with such good aura, such good energy. You're whole, healed, and complete. Now you see your aura is nice and bright and beautiful and yellowish, golden aura. Perfect aura for healers. And now imagine yourself seated in this beautiful golden sphere of purplish divine light, violet. It's got indigo elements, it's got violet elements, it's got the golden Mother Earth's golden yellow light, and Father Universe's bluish white light. A melange of colors. Such a luminous bright ball. See yourself seated in the beautiful, wonderful sphere of light. This orb, huge. We are all seated in concentric circle. The center circle having 5 people. And then the other healers sitting behind one by one, one by one, one by one. And these lines of healers keep getting increased. And in our center is Sunaina Agarwal, lying on a hospital bed with the head raised a bit, her eyes shut, a red bindi, her hair oiled, pulled back. She's with these pipes breathing in through her mouth. And right below her neck, near the collarbone, we see 3 crystals. These crystals are healing Sunaina. These crystals are there for a reason, for a purpose. On the extreme left, you see a bloodstone. This is working with Sunaina's bleeding and hemorrhage. So let's energize this bloodstone crystal. Then there is Sugi light. It's a purplish, bluish, purplish dark stone. It is helping in Sunaina's brain hemorrhage coming back in the brain balancing act. On the right, there's obsidian. This obsidian can flip any energies that are holding her. It's a storm element stone. It will help Sunaina take the right decision to come back to her family and to also do her soul purpose. So it's a win-win situation for the soul. It was leaving the body because it wanted to do its soul purpose in the next life. But it doesn't need a next human life. Let it come back in Sunaina as a 2.0 version and complete its soul purpose. Now she's wearing a bluish, beautiful checkered gown. Blue is bringing her the divine blue energy. And on her right wrist, we see a beautiful black tourmaline beaded bracelet that's warding off any dark energies, any negative, just casting it away, giving her a shield of protection. And she's lying down with the hands facing downwards on her legs. There's a lot of water in her body. She's swollen. She's looking white. So now, let's release this excess water today. Because if there's so much of burden of water in her body, the organs will not be able to work on their own when we heal her tomorrow. So today, let's release this water. So let's fold our hands. One set of hands. Again, today we've been given another set of hands. So one set of hands is absolutely next to her heart, touching in the namaste. And another set of hands is holding the healer on the left and the right for the unity, for the oneness. Today the date is 1-1, 1112. So it's again about divinity, oneness, and partnerships. Today is a precursor to tomorrow's beautiful, miraculous recovery and bringing Sunaina back. And now we are praying first. So let's bow our heads in gratitude to all the masters who are around us. We feel your energy. To all the angels, guardians, spirit guides, master, teachers, gurus, any guardians who are around us, all the light beings who are around us, in helping us in this beautiful meditation of ours, which has been channeling through us, all of us. We're thankful for your guidance, for your nurturing, for your support, for your advising us, and for you instilling belief in us that tomorrow recovery is possible. Today the recovery is happening. So thank you, dear, all dear light beings. And the highest in me, Kamal, you could all say the highest in you. If you know the name, then say the name. If you don't know the soul's name, it's just the highest in me bows to the highest in you, Sunaina. Dear soul, we are not familiar with your name, but we know you're of higher consciousness. We know you have chosen some purpose at your soul level, and that purpose is not yet over because you've lived in Serena's life and you forgot your purpose in the rigmarole of this unfolding of 45 beautiful years. And you plan to exit this world, this human world. You, my dear soul, had chosen Ma Prithvi, Ma Gaia, to further your soul's purpose. And you were blessed with the best, the choicest best. And you yourself have lost your loved brother in this life in 2017. And now, you, dear soul, should know that you know already. I'm sorry, soul. You already know. It's all about oneness. With your exiting this beautiful body of Sunena and going in the realms above, you'll be shattering a million dreams, a million hopes. Hundreds and thousands of people are healing you across the world. Chanting is happening, healing is happening, belief is happening. Your parents cannot lose yet another child. Your sister cannot lose her only sibling. Your children that you've given birth to. Your 18-year-old little son who's just in college first year with hopes of a future. You can't shatter them, crush them. You have to be there to be on his graduation, to be on his landmarks, to be there celebrating life with him. You have named your beautiful daughter Gayatri. Now that shows how wonderful you are, dear soul. She's 13. She needs her mother's love. She's beautiful in her being. She's a musician, a pianist, a violinist. She's a dancer. You have inculcated such beautiful beliefs, strengths, values in her. How will she be nurtured without her mother's love? You, soul, are going to make this exit and be very selfish, but souls are not selfish. They're here for oneness. And what about your incredible husband, Kunal? What about him? His life starts and stops at you. He believes he is a positive beacon for light, for hope, spreading all his love, his enthusiasm, his passion, his zest on people around him by sharing such beautiful, inspirational posts. True patriot who believes in goodness all around him. Never seen a man balanced like him. And it's because of you, dear soul. Yours are Ardhangini. Yin to his yang. You cannot rob him of his passion, of his love for life. So many people attached to you. And what about your extended family and friends who love you? Would you want them to talk how very sad she was, so gorgeous, so beautiful, so blessed, two lovely children, a most amazing husband, such beautiful parents, such a lovely, loving sister, and this girl left in her prime youth? Hey, there must be some karmic damage. The Jindals lost two of their children. Oh, the Bhoruka family, the Agarwals lost two of their grandchildren and the husband and the father and now the daughter-in-law. Something must be the problem. Do you want that kind of negativity to go on when you want that everybody should be ascending in this soul world? Ma Gaia is at the time in the spiritual best. Ascension of souls is happening because of belief. So do you want this negativity to go around or the positive belief that there were miracles happening in the 112 portal? I'm sorry for sounding the way I am. But dear soul, think about it. I know you're on a threshold. You want to take the leap forward or backward, you're not deciding. But backward is not backward for you, dear soul. Living in this beautiful life, in this beautiful body, you can go front in all your soul mission, the soul purpose. We, soul family, will help you channel it. There are so many soul readers who do the soul purpose. We will ensure that you walk on that path, even though in a conscious level, you may not know as Sunena the body. We will help you navigate there because that's our soul promise to you. So, dear soul, after having acquired such beautiful knowledge and learning and belief in religion, going from one place to another, doing the most beautiful acts of kindness, compassion, you've got to continue this journey with your soul's purpose, your passion. And now, dear soul, this beautiful body that you live in, you are right now detached and just outside it. Please see this body. 70% of all human bodies are water, and we accept that gift of life. But this excess that you have given this body right now in between us is taking the toll on this body, on this human body. And dear soul, this is you, Sunena, in this life. So with your beautiful eyes, see it and help us release you of this excessive water weight so that tomorrow you can come back in this body healed, whole, and complete without having to heal the physical body too much. The damage is done, whatever is done, but we know it can be undone with miraculous healing, the recovery, and prayer. So, dear soul, help all of us here, all the healers gathered here in these beautiful concentric circles, release the excess water today. And now, dear friends, dear soul friends, the healers, the believers, you have been blessed with another set of hands. And now these hands, you're pointing downwards towards Mother Earth. Just the way Lakshmi ji showers us with wealth, you are right now becoming a channel of helping Sunena's body and Sunena's soul help release the excess water weight in her body. So see the water of Sunena gushing out of your hands into Mother Earth. Whatever we give Mother Earth, she only gives goodness, abundance, and healing. So your one set of hands is on your calves facing heaven upwards because you are getting direct energy. The one set of hands is holding each other, and your one set of hands is praying, and your one set of hands is flowing downwards in Mother Earth, and the fifth set of hands, which has just been given you as a gift. One hand is on Sunena's forehead, the brain, and one hand is on her heart. And now you've been given more multiple set of hands. Every set of hand is covering every part of Sunena's body. Every inch of hers has your set of hands. So you're giving multiple hands as long as your hands keep coming and the body doesn't get covered. And everybody's hands on one on top of the other. Imagine the layers of hands on her body, everybody healing her. So whatever you're giving to her, you're being given so much more with your open hands. You become a conduit of this sharing this beautiful divine space of light and sharing into Surena. So your warmth, your healing, which is you're facing Surena's body, the hands are touching it, facing palms down. They're channeling your energy into her, and all the excess water is flowing out of her body. See them drip, see the body drip out of that bed, that hospital bed that she's on, her body's releasing and going into Mother Earth. Never to be found again. The excess water in Surena's body, never to be found again. And now see this miraculous divine healing. Your five set of hands has become multiple now. The full body is covered. Now the brain is working on its optimal best. The heart is working on its expansive best. The eyes are working on the beautiful way. She's Sunena. Eyes anyways herself, beautiful eyes. Her nose is able to release the breath easily. Her mouth is able to take the breath easily. She's breathing through her nose now, no longer from just her mouth, which is artificially induced. Her ears are working beautifully. Her jawline is, it's beautiful, it's nice, healthy. Her neck is beautiful, nice, and healthy. Even though there's a scar on the left with the surgery, that surgery scar is healing. No more bleeding because the bloodstone is taking care of that. The obsidian is helping her release. The sugilite is helping her decide. They're crystals. The crystals are on their way working. You're just energizing the crystals with all their work. Again, you see this beautiful healing effect happening, miracles happening in front of you. See the miracles healing. The bloodstone helping her. The Sugi light helping her, obsidian helping her. Everything is absolutely beautiful. You are beautiful, magical, healing her to the next level. Now, with this beautiful discovery that everything is working on its royal best, true best, divine best, what is stopping us? We are working so magically, so beautifully. Her body, every body organ is working so well. Now, see her heart is beating beautifully. And see her lungs that are able to take in the breathing so beautifully. Her respiratory system is now working on its best. No longer it needs any artificial method. It's preparing itself for tomorrow's self-independency when the machine will be taken off. Her kidneys are healed. It'll no longer store any excess because the water is just draining away. See the water drain out. Feel the water drain out. See the energy in her light. We are all pillars of light right now. And as the body is healing, Sunaina's chakras also get activated because we are all healing her. So wonderful, so magical. See her stomach working on its optimal best. See all her digestive system working on its optimal best. Her back is also now healed. Everything is healed. Look at her legs. All the strength that had just drained off, all the swelling that was at the water, it's just draining out of her body. See it going drip, 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 drip. It's just like magically your touch is making it vanish. Either it's dripping or just evaporating. Her body has become lean again, back to 54 kilos. No longer 60. Excess weight just vanished. Water weight. All organs so perfect. Squeaky clean. Like a newborn baby. It's a Sunaina 2.0 version. She's born just like a little baby. So fresh, so clean, so vibrant. This is what we are doing right now. So magically, so beautifully. All right. Now let's Sunaina rest. The body has received a lot of healing. We will be connected with her any which ways. So let's bring all the sets of hands back into her body, integrate them back into her body. Just let the ones next to your heart in the praying mudra be there. So once again, let's bow in gratitude, bow our heads in gratitude to all the light beings who helped us and who helped us help Sunaina's soul and body release the negativity. The soul was thinking it needs to go, but now we are assuring it that it can stay here and do its purpose. And the soul seems to have heard us. Thank you, dear soul. Thank you for healing. Thank you for wanting to come back to Sunaina. So there's no more fight. You can just take a decision and come back. That's how simple it is. It's not tough. Let people talk about the magics and miracles, dear soul. What you and this beautiful body went through. Let this be something to increase the faith in so many family members who are struggling with something similar or worse or best, whatever. Thank you, dear soul. And to all our soul sung who are here today with us live on call and otherwise who are there in the other world, wishing her wherever they are, who come upon this video on YouTube whenever, however. We are all in this together, healing this beautiful body. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for making us all a divine channel of love, light, and healing energy. We are all grateful to the divine universe and the divine Mother Earth and to this divine purple light, the ball of light that helped us heal. The more we heal, Sunaina, each one of us is healed of any aches, pains, diseases in our body too. because we're part of this unity healing, unity consciousness. Absolutely magical. Lovely. Thank you, everybody. Now let's rub our hands together. And once again, bless our beautiful bodies. And open your eyes whenever you're ready to do so. All right. I had just give me a second, my dear friends. I had opened the book yesterday. I don't know where. Let's see. Through Time into Healing. I did open. Let's see. Let's see if this Zoom session is able to find it. I do not know why it can't. Let's try and do the desktop. And yeah. Can you all see the screen? Can anyone tell me in the chat box? Can you see the book for Time into Healing?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, we can see.
Thank you, everybody. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a wonderful day 91 and our book number 7, Through Time into Healing, by none other than the very best Brian Weiss, Dr. Brian Weiss. This book is a book about discovering the power of regression therapy to erase trauma and transform mind, body, and relationships. And this book sheds that new light on the extraordinary healing potential of past life therapy by the best-selling author of Many Lives, Many Masters. Brian Weiss made headlines with his groundbreaking research on past life therapy in Many Lives, Many Masters. Now, based on the extensive clinical experience, he builds on time-related techniques of psychotherapy, revealing how regression to past lifetimes provides the necessary breakthrough to healing mind, body, and soul. Using vivid past life, create more loving relationships, and uncover hidden talents. Ultimately, he shows how near death and outer body experiences help confirm the existence of past lives. Dr. Weiss includes his own professional hypnosis, dream recall, meditation, and journaling techniques for safe past life recall at home. Compelling and provocative, Through Time into Healing shows us how to help ourselves lead healthy, productive lives, secure in the knowledge that death is not the final word. So it's beautiful. He's a psychiatrist. We all know, we've been reading about it. So we start this beautiful book now. And acknowledgements are there to Fred Hill, Barbara, Jess, Bob Bender, all wonderful editors, and Simon Schuster, whose direction, encouragement, expertise helped Dr. Brian Weiss with his book. He also essentially thanks Deborah Bergman, his outside editor, who skillfully adjusted and improved the structure of his free-flowing first draft. His heartfelt thanks goes to Luis de la Haba, his literary agent, who has also become his friend. And finally, his gratitude goes to all his patients who are constantly teaching him about life and love. And dedicates his book to Carol, Jordan, and Amy, his family. He says, I love you dearly and forever. And the contents of this book have the beginning in the first, and the last, chapter number 11, have techniques of regression. And we're going to make a wonderful journey into this beautiful book. All right. Introduction to this book, Through Time into Healing. During the past 20 years or so, and so gradually that we have hardly realized it, we in Western society have undergone a kind of revolution in consciousness. There's now a whole generation of young people who have grown up regularly hearing and reading of near-death experiences, past life regressions, out-of-the-body journeys, apparitions of the deceased, and a host of other remarkable phenomena of the spiritual world. I often have the pleasure and privilege of lecturing before college-age people, and I'm still a bit startled to hear them speak so calmly and so naturally of their own visions and of their otherworldly travels. When public interest in near death experiences began in 1975, some dismissed it as a fad. I'm beginning to realize now, 17 years later, that the near death experience is an established fact in our culture. I believe that we are on the verge of becoming, if we have not indeed already become, one of the many historical societies in which the visionary capacity of human beings is accepted as a matter of course. More and more ordinary people are becoming comfortable talking about their visions and then exchanging information about various techniques for inducing or facilitating them. Some fairly astonishing developments are coming out of research conducted by such investigators as Dr. Brian Weiss, Dr. William Roll, Dr. Ken Ring, Dr. Bruce Grayson, Dr. Melvin Morse, and a host of other physicians and psychologists in the United States, Europe, and elsewhere. I'm fairly confident that within the next few years, this research will proceed to the point at which profound experiences that can at least be called psychic and which may well be called spiritual can be readily facilitated in psychologically normal individuals. Just to give one example, during the past year, working with colleagues, I have developed technique through which normal, psychologically stable adults in a waking state of awareness size moving apparitions of departed loved ones. Furthermore, much to my own surprise, my subjects, why so far have all been professionals of a decidedly sober temperament, have insisted on the reality of their encounters. They all believe that, in fact, they have seen and been in the presence of deceased relatives and friends. Indeed, I have now had such an experience myself. I sat with my grandmother, who died some years ago, and had a conversation that was every bit as real as any encounter I've ever had with her while she was alive. As a matter of fact, one of the most amazing things that about this event in which I joined the legions of everyday people all over the world who experienced such happenings was how absolutely normal and natural it seemed. Indeed, not in the very least spooky, not even unsettling. What is happening, I believe, is that collectively we are coming up within ourselves and amongst ourselves to altered states of consciousness that were well understood among our ancestors in remote times, but they were suppressed at a certain point in the development of our civilization, dismissed as superstitious or even as demonic. In my opinion, there's a chance that this development can be of great benefit to humankind. Václav Havel, the writer who's the president of Czechoslovakia, gave a stirring speech to the Congress of the United States in which he stated firmly his belief that it is only through worldwide revolution, human consciousness, that we will be able to turn the world away from its present course towards an union when he said that spiritual renewal is necessary to save this distraught country. The past life regressions upon which Dr. Bryan reports in this book are one example of the extraordinary phenomena of human consciousness that are now enjoying widespread acceptance. No one need feel in the least awkward or ashamed for having had such an experience. One of the greatest historians of our modern age, Sir Arnold Toynbee, relates how he was inspired to write his own monumental historical work by personal experiences that were, albeit spontaneous, obviously very similar to those that Brian Weiss describes. People who return from near-death experiences tell us that in the seeming close moments of their earthly lives, they learned that the most important thing we can do while here is to learn to love. It now appears that this is the only way we can turn the world around, and we may well find that developing techniques that alter consciousness is the best way of accomplishing this end. Brian Weiss is truly a pioneer in bringing to broader public awareness safe techniques for alteration of consciousness that may result in enhanced self knowledge and that may promote better understanding amongst all people, especially in this age of worldwide electronic media. It is possible that we may be able to bring about a spiritual renewal in which people all over the world are brought together in love and peace through the propagation of just such techniques as Dr. Weiss and others have developed, says Raymond A. Moody, Junior MD, PhD, May 11th, 1992. And now we do begin the very beautiful chapter number 1, the beginning. For those of you who have not read my book, Many Lives, Many Masks, something about me before we begin the work of healing. Until my incredible experiences with Catherine, the patient whose therapy is described in the book, my professional life has been unidirectional. and highly academic. I was graduated magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa from Columbia University, and received my medical degree from the Yale University School of Medicine. Okay, my pronunciation may have been a bit odd for some people, but that's all right. But I was also chief resident in psychiatry. I've been a professor at several prestigious university medical schools, and I've published over 40 scientific papers in the field of psychopharmacology, brain chemistry, sleep disorders, depression, anxiety states, substance abuse disorders, and Alzheimer's disease. My only previous contribution to book publishing had been The Biology of Cholinergic Function, which was hardly a bestseller, although reading it did help some of my insomniac patients fall asleep. I was left brained, obsessive, compulsive, and completely skeptical of unscientific fields such as parapsychology. I knew nothing about the concept of past lives or incarnation, nor did I want to. Sorry, not incarnation, reincarnation. Catherine was a patient who was referred to me about a year after I had become chairman of the Department of Psychiatry at Mount Sinai Medical Center in Miami Beach, Florida. In her late 20s, a Catholic woman from New England, Catherine was quite comfortable with the religion, not questioning this part of her life. She was suffering from fears, phobias, paralyzing panic attacks. Can somebody tell me, is my voice becoming too fast and too slow, just the way the internet lag happens? Because if that's happening, then that means my internet is a problem. But if it's happening for everybody, then it's different. It is happening. तो बोलना चाहिए ना. Thank you, Ritu, बताने के लिए. Just give me a second. I'm going to change the internet connection. If you, hopefully now you'll be able to hear me more. After more than a year of conventional psychotherapy, Catherine remains severely impaired. I felt she should have been more improved at the end of that lifetime span. A hospital laboratory technician, she had the intelligence and insight to benefit from therapy. There was nothing in her basic makeup to suggest that her case would be a difficult one. Indeed, her background suggested a good prognosis. Since Catherine had a chronic fear of gagging and choking, she refused all medication, so I could not use antidepressants or tranquilizers, drugs I was trained to use to treat symptoms like hers. Her refusal turned out to be a blessing in disguise, although I did not realize it at that time. Finally, Catherine consented to try hypnosis, a form of focused concentration, to remember back to her childhood and attempt to find the repressed or forgotten traumas that I felt must be causing her current symptoms. Catherine was able to enter a deep hypnotic trance state and she began to remember events, but she consciously had been unable to recall. She remembered being pushed from a diving board and choking while in the water. She also recalled being frightened by the gas mask placed on her face in the dentist's office, and worst of all, she remembered being fondled by her alcoholic father when she was 3 years old. His huge hand held over her mouth to keep her quiet. I was certain that now we had the answers. I was equally certain that now she could get better. But her symptoms remained severe. Is my voice okay, Ritu? Can you just tell me a thumbs up? But her symptoms remained severe. I was very surprised. I had expected more of a response. As I pondered this, thank you. All right, that's great. As I pondered this stalemate, I concluded that there must be more traumas still buried in her subconscious. If her father had fondled her when she was 3, perhaps he had done this at an even earlier age. We could try again. The next week, I once again hypnotized Catherine at a deep level, but this time I inadvertently gave her an open minded, non directive instruction. Go back to the time from which your symptoms arise, I suggested. I had expected Catherine to return once again to her early childhood. Instead, she flipped back about 4,000 years into an ancient Near Eastern lifetime, one in which she had a different face and body, different hair, different name. She remembered details of topography, clothes, and everyday items from that time. She recalled events in that lifetime, and ultimately she drowned in a flood or tidal waves as a baby was torn from her arms by the force of the water. As Catherine died, she floated above her body. replicating the near-death experience work of Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, Dr. Raymond Moody, Dr. Kenneth Ring, and others' work we will discuss in detail later in this book. Yet, she had never heard of these people or their work. During this hypnotic session, Catherine remembered two other lifetimes. In one, she was a Spanish prostitute in the 18th century, and another, a Greek woman who had lived few hundred years after the Near Eastern lifetime. I was shocked and skeptical. I'd hypnotized hundreds of patients over the years, but this had never happened before. I'd come to know Catherine very well over the course of more than a year of intensive psychotherapy. I knew that she was not psychotic, she did not hallucinate, she did not have multiple personalities, was not particularly suggestible, and did not abuse drugs or alcohol. I concluded that her memories must have consisted of fantasy or dreamlike material. But something very unusual happened. Catherine's symptoms began to improve dramatically, and I knew that fantasy or dreamlike material would not lead to such a fast and complete clinical cure. Week by week, this patient's formerly intractable symptoms disappeared under hypnosis. She remembered more past lives. Within a few months, she was totally cured without the use of any medicines. My considerable skepticism was gradually eroding. During the fourth or fifth hypnosis session, something even stranger transpired. After reliving a death in an ancient lifetime, Catherine floated above her body and was drawn to the familiar spiritual light she always encountered in the in between lifetime states. They tell me there are many gods. God is in each one of us, she told me in a husky voice, and then she completely changed the rest of my life. Your father is here, and your son, who's a small child. Your father says you will know him because his name is Avram, and your daughter is named after him. And also, his death was due to his heart. Your son's heart was also important, but for it, it was backward, like a chicken. He made a great sacrifice for you out of his love. His soul is very advanced. His death satisfied his parents' deaths, and also he wanted to show you that medicine could only go so far, and his scope is very limited. Catherine stopped speaking, and I sat in an awed silence as my mind numbed. As my numbed mind tried to sort things out, the room felt icy cold. Catherine knew very little about my personal life. On my desk, I had a baby picture of my daughter, grinning happily, with my two bottom baby teeth in an otherwise empty mouth. Sorry, my son's picture was next to it. Otherwise, Catherine knew virtually nothing about my family or my personal history. I had been well schooled in traditional psychotherapeutic sessions, techniques. The therapist was supposed to be tabula rasa, a blank tablet upon which the patient would project her own feelings, thoughts, and attitudes. These then could be analyzed by the therapist, enlarging the arena of the patient's mind. I kept this therapeutic distance with Catherine. She knew me only as a psychiatrist, knew nothing about my past or of my private life. I never displayed my diplomas in the office. The greatest tragedy in my life had been the unexpected death of our firstborn son, Adam, who was only days old when he died early in 71. About 10 days after we had brought him home from the hospital, he had developed respiratory problems and projectile vomiting. The diagnosis was extremely difficult to make. Total anomalous pulmonary venous drainage with an atrial septal defect, we were told. It occurs once in approximately every 10 million births. The pulmonary veins, which were supposed to bring oxygenated blood back to the heart, were incorrectly routed, entering the heart on the wrong side. It was as if his heart were turning around backward, extremely rare. Heroic open heart surgery could not save Adam, who died several days later. We mourned for months, our hopes and dreams dashed. Our son Jordan was born a year later, a grateful balm for a wound. At the time of Adam's death, I had been wavering about my earlier choice of psychiatry as a career. I was enjoying my internship in internal medicine, and I had been offered a residency position in medicine. After Adam's death, I firmly decided that I would make psychiatry my profession. I was angry that modern medicine, with all of its advanced skills and technology, could not save my son, this simple, tiny baby. My father had been in excellent health, which until he experienced a massive heart attack early 1979 at the age of 61. He survived the initial attack, but his heart had been irretrievably damaged and he died 3 days later. This was about 9 months before Catherine's first appointment. My father had been a religious man, more ritualistic than spiritual. His Hebrew name, Avram, suited him better than the English, Alvin. 4 months after his death, our daughter Amy was born and he was named after him. Here in 1982, in my quiet, darkened office, a deafening cascade of hidden secret truths were pouring out upon me. I was swimming in a spiritual sea and I loved the water. My arms were goose flesh. Catherine could not possibly know this information. There was no place even to look it up. My father, Hebrew's name, that I had a son who died in infancy from a 1 in 10 million heart defect, my brooding about medicine, my father's death, and my daughter's naming. It was too much, too specific, too true. This unsophisticated laboratory technician was a conduit for transcendental knowledge. And if she could not reveal these truths, what else was there? I needed to know more. Who, I sputtered, who's there? Who tells you these things? The master, she whispered. The master spirits tell me. They tell me I have lived 86 times in physical state. I knew that Catherine did not and could not know these facts. My father died in New Jersey and he was buried in upstate New York. He did not even have an obituary. Adam had died a decade earlier in New York City, 1,200 miles away. Very few of my close friends in Florida knew about Adam. Even fewer knew the circumstances of his death. Certainly, no one in the hospital did. Catherine had no way of knowing any of this family history. Yet she had said Avram and not the English translation Alwyn. After the shock subsided, I returned to the behavior of an obsessive, compulsive, scientifically trained psychiatrist. I scoured the libraries and bookstores for more information. I found some excellent work, such as Dr. Ian Stevenson's research with young children who have demonstrated reincarnational type memories, research that we will briefly discuss later in this book. I also found a few published studies of clinicians who had used past life regression, which is the use of hypnosis and other related techniques that allow the patient's subconscious mind to go back in time to retrieve memories from prior lifetimes. I now know that many more clinicians are afraid to go public, fearing the reactions, worrying about the careers and reputations. Catherine, whose story is described in complete detail in Many Lives, Many Masters, traversed a dozen of her lifetimes and she was cured. She continued to lead a happier, more joyful life, freed from her paralyzing symptoms and from a pervasive fear of death. She knows that a part of her containing her memory and personality and yet possessing a far greater perspective than her conscious mind will survive her physical death. After my experience with Catherine, my perspective on psychotherapy began to change radically. I realized that past life therapy offered a rapid method of treating psychiatric symptoms, symptoms that had previously taken many months or years of costly therapy to alleviate. Here was much more direct way to heal pain and fear. I began to use this therapy on other patients and again had excellent results. At the time of this writing, I have regressed hundreds of patients to past lives during the individual therapy sessions. I've regressed many times at number in group workshops. Who are my patients? They are physicians, attorneys, business executives, other therapists, housewives, blue collar workers, salesperson, and so on. They're people from different religions and socio-economic levels, educational backgrounds, and belief systems. Yet many of them have been able to remember details from other lifetimes, and many of them have been able to remember survival after physical death. Most of my patients experience past life regressions through hypnosis. However, others remember their previous lives through meditation or spontaneously, while experiencing intense deja vu or feelings or through vivid dreams or in other ways. Many were able to rid themselves of chronic lifelong symptoms, such as specific phobias, pain, panic attacks, recurrent nightmares, and unexplained fears. Obesity, repeated destructive relationships, physical pain and illness, and so on. This is not a placebo effect. Generally, these are not people who are gullible or suggestible. They remember names, dates, geography, details, and after they remember, like Catherine, they become cured. Perhaps even more important than the curing of physical and emotional symptoms is the knowledge that we do not die when our bodies do. We are immortal. We do survive physical death. Through time into healing chronicles, that I have learned about the healing potential of path of regression since Many Lives, Many Masters was completed. The case stories are all true. Only the names and identifying information have been altered. Lovely. So we've begun the book and concluded chapter number 1. A quick question. Who is this TLDV Al note taker? Your name is not there. And in these sessions, we always request for a actual name because it's a soul's journey.
Prachi, my right hand is fractured. This is AI thing which takes.
Okay, okay. Oh my God, AI is being used now. Oh my Lord.
So he takes the summary of your class.
Wow. Thank you, AI, for being in our classes. We are honored.
So I can rename it.
No problem. Okay, Ritu, I want to ask you, if you want, your camera can be on. How
Yeah.
was your feeling about today, Sunaina's healing? Oh my God. Pretty like your daughter, you've become thin like how? Oh my God, where's the old Ritu?
And
Kya
I'm on the back.
hua? You're looking like your daughter is now so thin, so lovely. You've released weight. Light
Yeah.
body. Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. Tomorrow, please release Surena's body water also.
Yeah. I was doing that
Yes.
from my left hand though. And
Yeah.
I did crystal healing for her yesterday
Crystals
also.
that you use.
Yeah.
Which
So
crystals?
this quartz, rose quartz.
Oh, good. Love. Love तो उसके पास बहुत आया हुआ है. उसको तो healing चाहिए
हाँ,
अभी.
मेरे पास वही है, सो मैं वही यूज कर रही
नहीं,
हूँ.
बहुत अच्छा किया. Okay. What
And
are, what are your feelings? Yeah.
somehow I feel so much connected to her now.
Hmm.
And I know she will be healed. In the first day only, I said that I can see her, she's fully healed.
तो अब
And
कल का एजेंडा ये है ऋतु. I'm going to talk to my brother-in-law. बेचारा सो नहीं रहा था. Last night he'd come home to sleep and his uh, his Sali's husband was sleeping in the hospital with another cousin of Sunaina. So both my brother-in-laws, Kunal and his elder brother Rahul, both bhaiyas came home to sleep. So I'm going to talk to Kunal by 8 o'clock. But that's what we are planning, to have a mass unity consciousness appeal to everybody to join us on Zoom call. And many of us are going to be going to Pune and healing her there. So please heal her that time. But my question to you is, आज जब मैं water release किया सुनैना की body से, कुछ feeling हुआ क्या?
yeah, there was tingling feeling. Something is happening in my palm, and something is going downward,
वही पूछना था कि वो हुआ क्या तुम्हारे साथ?
I felt tingling feeling, and something is going down.
Wonderful. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Pratima ji, Sonia, Jyoti, anybody, any reflections? Maybe Supriya, maybe Madhuri. Also divine feminine energy we have. If anybody felt something and if you want to share, you don't have to have your cameras on. You can just unmute yourself and share the way Ritu did. I haven't controlled any tablas. It's okay. That means, okay, there you are. Yes, Jyoti, you can
Yeah.
unmute yourself, my love.
I just felt that I am healing her. I could
Okay.
see her, imagine her, and I was just felt I'm healing her. And all her water is draining off. This is
Bas.
what I imagined yesterday also, that all her water, you had mentioned that her body is bloated and all. So I just prayed her body is getting normal. That's the feeling I had.
Thank you, Jyoti. May you keep spreading your Jyoti
Welcome.
into everybody's life, especially Sunaina's at the moment. She leaves your
Thank you.
warmth.
Thank
And
you. Very
tomorrow, when we're healing her, I would especially want your energy with her. When so you'll be able to see her mostly from the Zoom session. We're going to be putting the thing in a way that the ideas, and you can spread this word to whoever when I circulate the message in the video. So the more people we get, the better it would be. We want this to become a belief in. I mean, I'm just hoping, praying, wishing that magics happen and let people believe that how powerful healing and prayer and spirituality is. When
Yes,
doctors
Prachi
show
if
up
this happens, Prachi I'll be like overwhelmed that yes, it works. It is. I'll
and
have complete faith in it. Two
and
hundred
and
percent.
and, and I would say that us, especially the Four Soul family who are healing her from Monday, we should not even have this if, like you mentioned, if I know you believe in it,
I'm
but let's
sorry.
say when this happens, because let's give it and let's visualize this, because this is going to be so remarkable for all of us to know that we are healers and we can bring magics in lives of others. Because I keep saying that when we have chosen to be on the soul family group, it's because we are not only for ourselves, we're working to understand the soul and we understand the oneness now. These 6 books of Dr. Brian Weiss have taught us so much. And now the seventh book is about healing. And imagine at the beginning of this book of healing, we'll actually see a miraculous healing.
Yeah, Prachi, I haven't
We
told
will.
you this thing, what happened to my husband also about this healing, what we are doing. Because I want once she's up and hugging you, then I will tell Miracles do happen. Like, I don't want to share this thing with anybody right now.
अभी मत करो. Let us show to the world of believers and healers that believers and healers, sorry, to the other world, the believers and healers believed in this and now see become a believer because
Yeah.
miracles happened.
मेरे को
That's
लगता है कहीं नजर नहीं लग जाए इसलिए करके I'm not telling anybody about
नहीं,
it.
नजर नहीं लगने के लिए सिंपल है. Invoke the black tourmaline, invoke that in your life and invoke that the black rose so that you can simply heal yourself, heal others, and safeguard your energy with all of that healing. The raw black tourmaline is told to cast away all the negativity, na.
हाँ.
So उसको सोचो कि that is there, like you want to invite a black pyramid tourmaline, or you want to invite just invite that in consciousness and say that you're safeguarding us, and all the black evil eyes getting removed. So वो
Yeah.
कर. तो आप
Okay.
ब्लैक टुर्मुलिन को अपनी लाइफ में लाओगे, चाहे वो जिसी भी फॉर्म में आए, रॉक फॉर्म में आए, चाहे वो पिरामिड फॉर्म में.
पेंडेंट फॉर्म में ला सकते हैं.
हाँ हाँ, ला सकते हो.
I can wear that.
इनफैक्ट मैंने सुना है ना कि लेफ्ट रिस्ट पे ब्लैक टुर्मुलिन का बीड्स का ब्रेसलेट पहनाया था उसको.
अच्छा.
8th मॉर्निंग को उसको ब्रेसलेट पहनाया था, 7th रात को उसको तीनों वो क्रिस्टल्स लगाए थे उसके कॉलर बोन के पास. सो
अच्छा.
हम भी वो ब्लैक टुर्मुलिन को इमेजिन कर सकते हैं.
ओके.
एंड अगर हम हीलर्स हैं तो हमें शायद उसको पहनना भी चाहिए जब हम स्पेशली हील करते हैं. वन कैन
हाँ.
ऑलवेज कॉल फॉर इट.
I do. I feel quite a bit too.
I'm happy to share the link of the crystal dealers in Pune.
हाँ.
Just call from them.
Yeah. Please. Thank you so much.
Prachi, if this happens, it'll be a
आंटी
hope for
आंटी
so
आंटी,
many people.
आपने क्या बोला?
I said, this is going to happen, and it'll be
Yes.
hope for everyone. Everyone.
Yes.
It will be a remarkable thing. Absolutely remarkable.
बस कल मैजिक्स का वेट करते हैं हमारे.
Yeah.
And you have
Yes,
been, you
waiting
and Ritu.
eagerly.
Yeah, you and Ritu, Pratima ji, you and Ritu have been with me for all the sessions. We began on 1-2-1, 2-1. Remember, we started our first
Yes.
LTS.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
तो वही 1-to-1 डेट पे हमने शुरू किया था अपना जर्नी. एंड कल 1-to-1-2 है. सो आई थिंक आप दोनों की एनर्जी तो मुझे पक्का ही चाहिए, बिकॉज आज हम
Always there. Anytime you say we are there. अभी तो मेरे को आकांक्षिक रीडिंग करानी है तुमसे कि क्या है अपना.
करानी है.
आकाशिक करती हूँ. बस एक बार सुरेना का हो जाए पूरा,
हाँ.
फिर
फिर मैं
आकाशिक.
बोल नहीं रही हूँ. नैना का वेट कर रही हूँ. मुझे
हाँ.
पिक्चर जरूर भेजना हक की.
हाँ, हक करने में टाइम है, बट मतलब आई एम वेटिंग फॉर हर टू जस्ट ओपन
हाँ. जिस दिन वो हक करेगी वो फोटो जरूर भेजना है.
हाँ. तो, प्रतिमा जी और ऋतु, थैंक यू. 21 में आप लोग मेरे पूरे साल साथ रहे, 22 में पूरे साल साथ रहे, 23 में पूरे साल साथ रहे,
24 में भी रहेंगे.
जब तक
23
रहूंगी तब तक साथ रहूंगी. प्राची, दिस इज अ प्रॉमिस.
आपका तो
As
मैं भी
long as I'm there.
मैं
जो
भी.
आपका जो लव है ना दोनों का मेरी तरफ, आई थिंक इट मेक्स मी लाइक, ओ माय लॉर्ड, मैंने कितने अच्छे कर्म किए कि मुझे दो इतने ब्यूटीफुल
हमने कर्म किए
लर्नर्स
तो आप
मिले.
मिली. प्राची.
Absolutely.
हम co-learners
You
बने.
said
and
in
I'm
the
so
right words. And Prachi, you don't know how much difference you are making to our lives and many lives because of what we are learning and spreading that across.
you
I
are
So
making
you're
got
a difference to my life.
I got into books because of Prachi.
Oh.
absolutely.
नहीं, आप लोग हैं तो मन करता है सुबह उठने का, सीखने का, पढ़ने का, इवॉल्व करने का. बहुत, इट्स अ बिग सपोर्ट, एंड हैविंग टू ब्यूटीफुल फेसेस ऑल द टाइम विद मी. प्रतिमा जी की प्रतिमा ही कुछ अलग है हमेशा. ऋतु तो हमारी ऋतु है ही. So both of you, 3 beautiful years, and now we'll enter into 2024 with so much of magic in our hearts after Sunena is back with us. It'll
We
be
should not
wonderful.
stop the reading. I think हमको डेली पढ़ना चाहिए. आप
हम बंद करेंगे ही नहीं. हम
हाँ.
जितने भी लोग होंगे, we will continue our reading.
Yes,
And
do that, Prachi. Because we miss, कुछ down हो जाता है. तुम नहीं होती हो तो
हाँ.
I don't know. Something is missing
Yeah.
there.
एक काम
Yeah.
करते हैं प्रतिमा जी, जैसे इस सेशन को हमें सोल जर्नी को लिखा था 90 days to 120 days, राइट? ऐसे ही हम आगे भी प्लान करेंगे. we'll decide 2-3-4 books, and कोई नई बुक आती है कि तो नई बुक पढ़ते रहेंगे.
Okay,
Let's
we'll
do
do
that.
that.
Let's continue it when I'm traveling. जैसे अभी ब्रेक लेते हैं तब भी ब्रेक ले लेंगे.
हाँ.
मैं
Correct.
आधी ना शुरू में मुझे रहता था कि 1-to-1 days लगातार करना है. How do I do it? कोविड
No.
में कोविड में
नहीं, थोड़ा
प्रैक्टिस हुआ.
flexible रहने से everyone is
हाँ.
comfortable,
हाँ. एंड आप लोग की वजह से ना मुझे अब क्या फीलिंग होने लग गया है कि अगर हम लोग बहुत कम लोग भी वी आर देयर, इट डजंट मैटर. वी बिकॉज ऑफ आवर contribution, the sessions are on, and we put them on, YouTube. It's a gift to the humanity.
Yeah.
So, पहले होता था ना कि we want only those people who can access the things. Now I'm like, go all out. जिसको join करना है live में, you pay the energy exchange, which will help, transform life of students in underprivileged schools. And
Yeah.
बाकी बस आओ अपना attend करो online. So thank you everybody. This is really beautiful that you all are there. And Madhuri, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? I'm so very blessed you are with us. Madhuri, I'm also as blessed. Trust me. Sonia बोल रहे हैं so blessed to have you, Prachi. Sonia, me, I'm also blessed to have you. So yeah, let's
Actually,
continue.
हमने वो लव वाली बुक पढ़ी है क्या, डॉक्टर ब्रायन की? आई एम फॉरगेटिंग
हाँ
इट.
हाँ, love is only real.
हाँ, पढ़ी है
सेकंड बुक
ना?
शायद वही थी हमारी.
हाँ, तो अभी रीड आ गया ना, तो
हाँ, वो तो तुम सेशन अटेंड कर लो, अब अपने आप पढ़ लो.
या मैं पढ़ लूंगी.
हाँ, हमने ना सुनैना कह रही हूँ, अभी दिमाग पे सिर्फ सुनैना ही चढ़ रहा है मेरा, और कुछ आ ही नहीं. सुबह शाम रात बस मैं एक डेढ़ घंटा सो जाती हूँ और मुझे बस वही चलता रहता है. सो हमने जस्ट
Prachi, this is one thing, your consistency of things is amazing, really, this is so
Compassion.
much to learn from you, your heart is, I don't know what. God has made it specially with so much of compassion, so much of love that you are ready to give everything to everyone.
नहीं,
It's
compassion. और एक चीज को I have seen with my sister also. I have seen with Sunana also. Like how much she gives. She is such a big heart.
That's what,
मतलब
with
दूसरे का
consistently
pain,
giving.
she can feel the other person. एक होता
अच्छा
Yeah.
है
अच्छा अच्छा,
समझता है,
मैं जहां
और
पर हूँ बहुत खुश हूँ, मुझे 9वें 10वें 11वें आसमान पे मत पहुंचाए. ओके.
और दूसरे का पेन अपना बनाती है प्राची.
अच्छा ओके. अच्छा तुम्हारे लिए फिर सुरैना सुप्रिया बोल रही हैं, और दोनों लड़कियां दिमाग से जा ही नहीं रही. ओके नाउ ऋतु, हमने पहली बुक जो करी थी ना, मैसेजेस फ्रॉम द मास्टर्स करी थी, डू यू रिमेम्बर?
हाँ.
सेकंड बुक हमने करी थी ओनली लव इज रियल.
हाँ, तो मैं वापस पढ़ती हूँ. I
थर्ड
was
बुक हमने करी थी जो प्रतिभा जी ने कहा था कि ये पढ़ लेते हैं. इस आई हैड नॉट आस्क्ड एज ए सिंक क्या
मैनी मास्टर्स वाली.
मेनी लाइव्स मेनी मास्टर्स.
हाँ. हाँ.
फोर्थ बुक हमने पढ़ी थी मिरर्स ऑफ टाइम.
हाँ.
फिफ्थ हमने पढ़ी थी मिरेकल्स हैपन. देखो इन अ वे मिरेकल्स हैपन ने प्रिपेयर किया था हमें सेम से सोल मेनी बॉडीज के लिए. एंड सेम सोल मेनी बॉडीज पढ़ते पढ़ते सुनैना का ये चीज हुआ. अब हमें समझ में आ रहा है कि सोल किस पर्पस से निकलती है आती है.
चलो.
और अब हम देखो नंबर 7th बुक में आए हैं, थ्रू टाइम इनटू हीलिंग, जो हम कल इस बुक के दौरान विल सी कि कैसे हीलिंग इज हैपनिंग.
हम्म.
एंड इसके बाद जो 8th बुक हम करने वाले हैं, जो मुझे थोड़ा सा हल्का सा डाउट है, वो है पास्ट लाइफ ऑरिकल गाइड बुक. अब ऑरिकल में माय मदर इज अ टैरो रीडर. आई हैव माय साई का ऑरिकल कार्ड्स वगैरह. तो आई थिंक इस बुक के लिए आई हैव टू बाय द ऑरिकल कार्ड्स, बिकॉज ये बुक मैंने खुद नहीं पढ़ी है. मतलब ये बुक, and these are so beautiful, Pratima ji. I told you about Bindu Myra.
Yeah,
हाँ.
yeah,
So Preeti Bhandari had crossed over, right? I didn't even know her.
yeah,
She
I
had
know.
come to me and told me that Bindu is a dot. Tab tak I was not in
Mm,
touch with Bindu auntie. Such a
mm.
beautiful thing. Bindu auntie and Richa, my Akashic teacher, know each other as healers, and they learn each from each other modalities also. Bindu auntie had sent these 8 books to Richa. Richa had put them in the Akashic Readers group. And I
Okay.
was like, I have read them years ago, chalo time to read again. And I put them here and out and saying कि okay, अब lifetime transformation series नहीं करते, सिर्फ soul journey करते, only Dr. Brian Weiss करते हैं. And कितना wonderful amalgamation है. So again, Bindu is a dot. And Pratima ji, you know what I like in you? You have that dot every day on your head.
Yeah,
The Bindu.
that's my trademark.
So Bindu is the dot, and I can see Pratima ji is also wearing the dot.
प्राची, मुझे भी आकाशिक रीडिंग सीखना था, कैसे
Please
रीड
learn
करते.
from my teacher Richa Das. She is lovely.
आप
She's
नंबर दे देंगे?
मैंने भेजा हुआ आपको पहले भी, दोबारा भेज दूंगी.
हाँ प्लीज.
उनका प्रॉपर स्कूल है आकाश.
ऑनलाइन होती है?
ऑनलाइन ऑनलाइन करते हैं, प्रॉपर स्कूल है उनका. ऑफलाइन भी करते होंगे, मुझे पता नहीं. शी वाज माय रूममेट इन इजिप्ट.
ओह
फुल
वाह.
रिट्रीट में वो मेरे रूममेट थे. अगेन बिंदु इज अ डॉट. बिंदु आंटी ने रिट्रीट किया, मैं इजिप्ट गई. मेरी रूममेट रिचा, एंड माय रूममेट वाज सपोज्ड टू बी शान और somebody else, but somehow Richa came as a roommate because she was meant to be. She did my Akash.
Everything happens for a purpose, Prachi, I think,
And she did my Akashic reading on the cruise. We were docked somewhere, मुझे याद नहीं
Oh,
कोप कहाँ थे. And then she made me realize प्रशांत मेरे और मामा के रिलेशनशिप के बारे में, बिकॉज पास्ट लाइफ में वी वर टुगेदर, देन आई रियलाइज कि प्रशांत इतने ज्यादा इन लव क्यों है मुझसे। मुझे कई बार लगता था कि ओवर लव है, लाइक हाउ डू आई कंट्रोल हिज लव। देन आई रियलाइज कि ओ माय लॉर्ड, दिस इज व्हाई माय हस्बैंड लव्स मी लाइक सो मच। सो शी इज वेरी
So
गुड।
beautiful.
So please go to her and learn from her. She's beautiful in her teachings, and it's
Prachi,
nice.
इसको डालना on the thing. We can also, if time permits and everything permits, we can also learn.
Learn ना from her.
Yeah.
बिल्कुल
Yeah, yeah,
सीखिए, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल
yeah.
है। एंड अब आप लोग सब सोल का जर्नी कर लिए ना, तो आकाशिक
Hmm.
रीडर बनना मुश्किल नहीं होगा आप लोग के लिए।
Okay.
मेरे को तो आकाशिक रीडिंग में इतना मजा आता है प्रतिमा जी, सारे मास्टर्स एंजल्स और गार्डियंस आ जाते हैं जिसका रीडिंग कर रहे होते हैं, और मेरे तो होते ही हैं। और मिलजुल के कोई हंसी मजाक भी हो रहा है, क्या डाउनलोड्स आते हैं, तो हमारे साथ ये हुआ है, वो हुआ है, पास्ट लाइफ में ऐसा हुआ है। माय डॉटर तो फाइंड्स द सेशन थेरेप्यूटिक, हंसी मजाक होता है। She's like, मम्मा, एंड हर तो एंसेस्टर्स है भोरुका फैमिली, द अग्रवाल फैमिली, एक से एक जोकर्स है हमारी फैमिली में भरे हुए। ऑल द मेन हैव अ लाफ्टर बोन इन देयर body. She's like, Mom, the family is so funny. My masters are so funny. I mean, the guardians are so funny. I'm like, what to do? तेरी ancestor line है ही ऐसी। So she तो says,
Hmm.
Mama, अब खोलते हैं ऐसे, तुमने तो सिस्टम बना लिए, हर हफ्ते एक सेशन कर लो। What do you mean? It's not a joke. So you should learn Akashic because देखिए, now I also believe all of us, हम ये 6 बुक पढ़ने के बाद कहीं ना कहीं पास्ट लाइफ में और हीलिंग में बिलीव करने लग गए, चाहे पहले करते ही होंगे,
Yeah.
अब और बिलीव करने लग गए। सो अब जब आप लोग आकाश रीडर्स बनेंगे, it'll be very beautiful. And Richa is a very compassionate soul, as old as me, 1 year older, but such a advanced soul and so many modalities. Proper वो अपना प्रोफेशनली चलाती हैं उनका, मतलब she was a corporate banker or something. उन्होंने वो जॉब क्विट करी because she met her higher self and a master. तो तब उन्होंने शुरू किया ये स्कूल because she was supposed to be the beacon of light. So definitely you must learn from her. मेरे साथ सेशन करना है कर लो, but Richa is amazing. Learn from her.
ये सेशन
Hmm.
तो आपसे कराएंगे, बट आई वांट टू लर्न लाइक आगे के लिए।
तो उनका स्कूल का नाम है समायराज ब्लेसिंग, जैसे मेरे कमल है हायर सेल्फ, ऋचा की हायर सेल्फ समायरा है शायद, तो उनके
अच्छा।
स्कूल का नाम है समायराज ब्लेसिंग द आकाशिक स्कूल। तो
अच्छा।
ऐसा कुछ है उनका, वो आकाशिक ही सिखाते हैं, एंड उसके साथ और भी मोडालिटीज सिखाते हैं, तो आप उनसे कनेक्ट कर लीजिएगा। एंड
हाँ।
टेल her that you've heard of her, whatever you don't want to tell her, don't tell her whatever,
या।
because she's my teacher and I really like her teachings. एंड वो
या।
प्रॉपर करवाती हैं, लाइक बहुत तुम्हें मिल जाएंगे टीचर्स जो फुल चार्ज 30-40,000 एंड वट एवर, वो एक बार में 3 दिन का काम करवा देंगे। बट रिचा 2 दिन में लेवल 1 कराती हैं,
अच्छा।
Wow.
फिर आप ब्रेक करवाती हैं कि आप प्रैक्टिस करो। शी इज नॉट इन द रेस की सिखाया करा बाहर निकले।
Yeah.
फिर लेवल 2 करवाती हैं, तो बोलती है मैं सर्टिफिकेट नहीं दूंगी जब तक तुम प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे, हील नहीं करोगे, मुझे वैलिडेशन नहीं आएगा।
हम्म।
तो शी इज डूइंग हर सोल अपील. So
हम्म।
very beautiful, very true to herself. You definitely should do it. Yes, Madhuri, please love. Sonia, please learn. I think all जो आप लोग रेगुलर हो मॉर्निंग वाले ना, जो रेगुलर हो, बाकी तो बहुत ऑफलाइन करते हैं लोग, you तो all definitely should, because हमारी एनर्जी अलग है, so आप सब करो. The course is about I think 30 to 50,000 bucks, depending on how many modalities you learn. But level 1 is I think 10,000 or 20,000. I'm not sure. Prices Richa भेज देंगी.
हाँ।
Any
हाँ।
one of you, Ritu, तुम एक काम करना, be in
हाँ।
touch with Richa. Tell her
हाँ।
you're with me in the morning community, and tell her that 4-5 of you want to learn. So what
ठीक
she
है।
Yeah.
can probably do is have you only as one batch, maybe.
या।
So उससे क्या होगा, if you're only as one batch, I'll also come. I'll join the session again.
ओके।
So again, all
Wonderful.
of
That will be very nice. Prachi,
yes,
come with
because
us. Then,
I'll,
हम
I'll
लोग को
come
भी
again.
रहता है.
मैं तो सीखने के लिए तो मेरे तो जिंदगी में सीखना है सेकंड ना, वो तो करना ही है. आई लर्न अगेन. I'll come with Richa and all of you because I've anyways paid, so she won't charge me again. So we'll
या।
do it together. उसको उनको पूछ लेना कि how
हाँ।
many. Supriya, you also want to learn? Can you tell us? So Jyoti is on, Pratima ji is
Yes,
on,
I'm
Ritu is
on.
Yeah.
on, Sonia is on, Madhuri, you are also on. तो हम 5 तो on हैं, and plus मैं 6th, मेरा तो खैर एक्स्ट्रा है, I won't be paying ना, तो 5 फीस उसके पास आएगी. सुप्रिया, अगर आप सुप्रिया का छोड़िए, एक बार वो बता देंगे बाद में. तो हम 5 जने, आप बात कर लो कि what
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
amount and how many
Yes, ma'am.
levels, what are the dates. क्या बोल रहे हैं, सॉरी
I'm on, ma'am.
सुप्रिया, यू ऑन, ठीक है. 30 और 1000 है, ठीक है मेरे
ठीक है।
ख्याल से. ठीक है, तो ठीक है, सुप्रिया भी ऑन है. आप इनको बोल दो 6 पीपल हम करना चाहते हैं, आप सिर्फ हम लोग का एक बैच कर सकते हैं क्या.
ठीक है,
एंड
मैं
बाकी
बात
ग्रुप
करती
में कोई और बोलेगा बाद में, तो उनका भी नाम ऐड करवा लीजिएगा.
ठीक है, मैं बात करती हूँ।
डिस्काउंट वो नहीं देती हैं, तो
हम्म।
वो मांगी का भी मत, बिकॉज वो अपने एक रीजन से कर रहे हैं. कभी मुझे लगता है these soul teachers ना, we should never ask for discount, I feel,
Yeah, absolutely.
because they are doing their soul's job. So just ask her कि मैम लेवल 1 का क्या डेट होगा, लेवल 2 का डेट क्या होगा, we want to complete the entire thing. अगर वो बोलती हैं कि एक पैकेज पे कर दो and then I'll give you the date, so वो भी ठीक है. Ask her what you're comfortable, partial payments, one payment, and do it. Everyone should become a Akashic reader, because अब आप लोग ये जो LTS में IF ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन सीरीज में आए हो और अभी सोल में आए हो ना, now it's time for you to heal the world. So go out there, have readings, increase your own value. And for those who are looking to have a profession, by the way, soul ये जो आकाशिक रीडिंग होती है, people charge 2,000, 3,000, 2,500 per session minimum. तो आप इसको प्रोफेशनल भी बना सकते हो. जिनको भी सीखना है, अर्न करना है, ये भी आपका माध्यम हो सकता है. मैं फ्री करती हूँ और मैं बोलती हूँ कि भाई ट्यूसडे को लाल फल दे दो, थर्सडे को पीला फल दे दो, बिकॉज मुझे अभी गाइडेंस नहीं है टू डू एनी काइंड ऑफ चार्जिंग, तभी वो ट्रस्ट बना हुआ है. लेकिन आई वांट टू टेल यू ऑल, आई वांट टू अनाउंस टू यू ऑल अगेन, आज पहले सेकंड अनाउंसमेंट आप लोगों को करना चाह रही हूँ. मेरी मेडिटेशन में इसी महीने, शायद नवंबर के महीने में आया था, जिसे आपको को याद है लोटस का जो मेरा कमल से जब मिली थी वो पेंटिंग आई थी, सिमिलर पेंटिंग आई, एंड मेरा एक नए इंडेवर का नाम आया, द स्पिरिचुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. इसका नाम होगा लाइट विद मास्टर कमल प्राची. मास्टर कमल प्राची एक साथ लिखा हुआ है. एंड इसमें वो ही आया, तीनों लोटस एक के ऊपर एक के ऊपर एक, और सबके चक्रास एक्टिवेटेड थे विद हार्ट्स, एंड डिवाइन लाइट आ रही है ऊपर से. मून का बैकड्रॉप है. सो जो हमने 2020 में शुरू किया था ना, मून रिचुअल्स ऑनलाइन, अब टाइम आ गया उनको ऑफलाइन ले जाने का. सो रितु, फॉर यू टू नो, 26 दिसंबर को मैं पहला मून रिचुअल कर रही हूँ ऑफलाइन. एंड आई एम अभी तक मेरा these are guidance is coming, 90% I'm having a retreat also of all the one-to-one sangha who have been in life transformation or soul journey.
कब
तो
कर रहा हूँ? हाँ, कर रहा
25,
हूँ।
26, 27 दिल्ली में होना चाहिए दिसंबर में. आई एम लुकिंग एट प्लेसमेंट. पहले जोरबा एक जगह है, वहां मैं दाम पूछ रही हूँ, उनसे पूछ रही हूँ कि कैन वी हैव अ रिट्रीट. एंड
दे-
26 को आई एम ट्राइंग टू बुक जोरबा, एक और वाला जोरबा पास में ही है, अभी दिसंबर में, अभी फुल मून के लिए.
अच्छा,
So मैं full moon, I'm launching the spiritual organization that time, and I want to be with my sangha. सुनैना ने मुझे एक चीज रियलाइज करवा दी, your loved ones have to be met, you can't take them for granted. मैं तो
Yes.
ढीली हो गई थी in super one to one sangha. That's for me the fondest sangha ever, more fond than one to one pehla sangha also. Second,
That you have given me so preciously, every one of us. I think it is that bond which is so strong, absolutely
हम
strong.
लोग 70 लोग गए थे ऋषिकेश, उस संघा में से मैजिकल था. आपको बहुत मिस किया. तो आई थिंक अगर आप लोग आ पाए दिल्ली, तो सोचिएगा क्रिसमस पे आ जाइए, 27 को खत्म करके निकल जाइए. आई गिव यू.
my daughter is coming from US and my hand is fractured, so मेरा
हाँ
तो difficulty है.
ठीक है, तो आप ऑनलाइन अटेंड कर लेना, बिकॉज व्हाट आई एम गाइडेड टू आल्सो डू इज कि जो इन पर्सन आएंगे तो उनका इन पर्सन, फुल मून का रेस्ट कैन जॉइन ऑनलाइन.
Online I can join,
बट
yeah.
दिस वुड बी an energy exchange. There will be a fixed amount for this because it's
You
an
will keep it
organization.
online also, no?
हाँ, I will, I will. I'll
Yeah.
keep online, but most of it online में number of windows होंगी, not too many.
हाँ.
So we'll fix it.
I'm there, Prachi.
आप तो मुझे इन पर्सन चाहिए. मुझे इस साल में के एंड में आपको हग करना बनता ही बनता है इन पर्सन.
You know my limitations where I have my mother-in-law there. I cannot leave her. I cannot.
इस बार आ पाएंगे?
मैं नहीं आ पाऊंगी.
ओह,
तुम ऑनलाइन करो, मैं हूँ. जब आ पाऊंगी, I'll definitely tell you.
ज्योति and सोनिया, तुम लोग आ पाओगे?
No, ma'am, it won't be possible.
Where do you stay, Jyoti? Which city?
I stay in Kolkata.
Oh, and Sonia, you?
Oh,
I'm from Jammu.
अच्छा, तो जम्मू.
And yeah, Sanya Bansal, she made me
oh,
connect to you. I'm so grateful to her because I really love you. I love your energy. And seriously, I don't think I can do without you anymore.
Oh, I can't with you either.
Sachi, you're a magnet, man.
नहीं बाबा, we are all magnets for each other. We बोलते हैं ना, what we resonate in is what we attract. So all of us have attracted each other to us. ऐसे ही होता है. So I love my
Addiction, no
morning.
addiction.
And बस मुझे बस बिल्कुल भी एप्रीहेंशन नहीं है कल के लिए. मुझे तो श्योरिटी है सुनैना को वापस देखने का, एंड बच्चे लोग को उनकी मामा को गिफ्ट करने का, मेरे देवर को उसकी मेरी देवरानी गिफ्ट करने का. पगला हो रखा है, आंखें फुला फुला के. red eyes. I'm waiting for him to, talk to me at 8 o'clock. ठीक है, कल तो करते हैं. Let's create magic tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
let's see who can come for the retreat. Even छोटा सा भी अगर होगा तो I want some Sangha Mitras to come because I'm going to launch the first spiritual organization by me. अब फैक्ट्री वैक्ट्री तो मैंने सब ड्रॉप कर दिया अपने इस सोल पर्पस में चलने के लिए. तो अब it's time to take the game up.
All blessings, Prachi. Whatever you do, it will be a success. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. एंड प्राची, वो रात को इंस्पिरेशन में गोल के बाद कहीं दूसरी बुक चालू करने वाले हैं क्या?
Sorry, कौन सा?
इवनिंग में गोल्स के बाद कुछ गोल्स खत्म होने वाली, इसके
हाँ
बाद
हाँ, वो बंद नहीं होएगा. एक
वो
के बाद एक के बाद एक शुरू करते रहे. तुम मुझसे एडवांस में पूछना कौन सा बुक. तुम बहुत एंथुसियास्टिक स्टूडेंट हो who wants to know curriculum. ये करिकुलम स्कूल से नहीं आता है, ये
तो वो
गाइडेंस
बुक
से आता है.
मुझे वो बुक मंगवा के रखनी पड़ती है ना, बुक आई हैव टू ऑर्डर
अरे
इट.
यार, पीडीएफ भेज देती है, 2 दिन पीडीएफ से मैनेज कर लो.
ठीक
यू
है.
नो आई गो विद गाइडेंस. आई एम वेरी क्लियर ऑन दैट. ऋतु, तुम मुझसे पहले ही पूछी थी
अब नहीं पूछ रही, मैंने बोला मतलब यू विल स्टार्ट अनदर बुक ना, मतलब
I will not stop the 9 o'clock sessions.
या.
Because in life, we need to work on a lot of morning is spirituality, evening is about self-evolution. How we can be better people. Because we have to have our goals in our life, na?
एंड गोल में हर एक वर्ड अंडरलाइन किया है.
बहुत जबरदस्त बुक है.
मतलब इट्स सो profound and so मतलब हर एक
तो एक क्वेश्चन पूछूं. How
हाँ.
many kilos have you dropped? You looking like your daughter. 17 18 किलो. 20
ऋतु, क्या किया ऐसा?
25 kilos. Oh my God. इस बहुत वर्कआउट कर रही है, बहुत. हाँ, Asprey, if you want to leave, yes, you can leave the session. हम तो चिट चैट कर रहे हैं आज. Please, thank you. Yeah, please get ready for school. Please, thank you for coming. मैं तो ना आज रजाई से उठी नहीं बिकॉज मैं सो ही नहीं रही हूँ. मेरी बॉडी में एनर्जी नहीं टू गो ऑन द साइड टेबल. मैं कहा चौकड़ी मार के बेड से सेशन कर लो. डजंट मैटर. So 20
Good.
अभी बोल रही हूँ, you look like your daughter. 25 kilos तो मतलब तुम आधी निकल गई.
आपने कहा था मैनिफेस्ट करो, मैंने मैनिफेस्ट किया हुआ है 65 ऑन 31st December.
Wow.
नाउ आई एम 67.
तो 2 किलो तो कमी हो ही जाएगा दिसंबर तक तो.
मेरे इस हाथ के साथ तो पता नहीं.
बट
Workout
बॉडी
नहीं कर पा रही.
जब
Diet
बॉडी में सिंक्रोनिसिटी आती है ना, अपने आप बॉडी रिलीजेस बिकॉज वेट इज नथिंग प्रोटेक्शन ले. जब हम श्योर हो जाते हैं ना अबाउट आवरसेल्व्स एंड वी आर इन टच विद आवर मास्टर्स एंड हायर बीइंग्स, अपने आप बॉडी रिलीजेस.
Prachi, you too have lost on your face and all what I see. जो in between तुमने gain किया था, you've lost.
So
है ना?
मुझे ना प्रतिमा जी with this menopause, perimenopause, I put on 19 kilos of weight.
Yeah,
And
I know.
18 months I was practically on a recliner.
Oh my God.
मैंने realize किया कि ऋषि की फैक्ट्री मैंने I had joined right in 2018.
Yeah.
कहाँ मैं लाइट वर्कर हूँ, walking on the path of light, और कहाँ मैंने अपने ऊपर ये अल्कोहल की एनर्जी ले ली. So my masters got perimenopause and depression उनकी लैंग्वेज में, हमारी लैंग्वेज में dark night of the soul for a very long time. And when I was so insecure because you're not doing the right thing, the body wants protection. So apne aap lot of weight came on. 9 months I shed blood every single day.
Oh my God.
I had a surgery in the month of March this year. I got the endometrial lining ka scraping done. So
what?
So my the uterus lining, it lot of it blood accumulate हो जाता है, तो scrape कर देते हैं. So then you start
Yeah, I
bleeding.
was there in Delhi. I remember I wanted to meet you and you said you had surgery.
Yeah. And उसके बाद फिर then they put Mirena. There's something to do with hormone which keeps going in. So I mean I've had it tough, but this toughness came because it had to divert me towards my spiritual cause. Uncertainty थी ना लाइफ में. ये uncertainty क्यों थी प्रतिमा जी? Since I'm working for what 30 years now. 2024 will mark 30 years of my working. फिर 2 साल आप काम नहीं करे, आप डिसाइड किया कि मुझे अब लिक्का में काम नहीं करना. Now next what? आपकी सोल बोल रही है कि ओनली वर्क फॉर सोल. अब सोल में मैं मनी लेती नहीं हूँ बिकॉज मुझे गाइडेंस नहीं था. तो अब आया है कि डू दीज सेशंस ऑफ हीलिंग फॉर पीपल, रिट्रीट्स ऑफ हीलिंग, and you have money and you want to contribute to society, do that for yourself. But do this. So that's the reason why the spiritual organization is coming into picture, to help many, many more people. एंड एक बार बाद में स्कूल भी बनेगा इसका प्रॉपर, पक्का बनेगा।
Where we can help, anywhere we can help you there. Because I want to, at this stage of my life, some purpose, purpose is there कि I want to help people.
आप ना पहला पर्पस करिए, आकाशिक रीडर बनिए, एंड उससे फिर क्या
Sure.
होगा, जब स्पिरिचुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनेगी, आई विल बी टेलिंग पीपल ना कि भाई आप यहाँ हीलिंग करा लो, इनसे करा लो, इनसे करा लो, देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल एवरीवेयर अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड। आप लोग अपना अपना करते जाइए, यू फील लाइक कंट्रीब्यूटिंग समथिंग फ्रॉम दोज अर्निंग्स टू बॉन्ड 1-to-1 फॉर लाइफ, और दैट विल ऑलवेज बी देयर। हमारा वो चैरिटी पार्टनर हमेशा रहेगा, बॉन्ड 1-to-1 फॉर लाइफ। इवन
प्राची, अब मैं अर्निंग किसी चीज में नहीं करना चाहती. I want to give.
हाँ,
Earning
but
is out of question for me now at the moment.
Same
ठीक है,
here. Charity is the purpose.
At the moment, क्या forever now, no earning. I just want to give.
तो आप दीजिए ना, जो जितना आपका मन करता है आप बॉन्ड 1-to-1 को लाइफ को दीजिए। जब
Yeah.
डोनेशन करनी होंगी तो आप उसी कंपनी में करिएगा, बिकॉज वो ट्रस्ट है। एंड आपको जैसे दिस कंपनी विल बी फॉर फॉर
Healing, you said.
healing definitely, but this will be on contribution basis. It will be like a fixed
Okay.
contribution. And इसका जो सारा चैरिटी पार्टनर है विल बी बॉन्ड 1-to-1 फॉर लाइफ। तो इट्स वेरी क्लियर, बिकॉज बॉन्ड 1-to-1 फॉर लाइफ से मैंने एक ओथ ली थी कि मैं कभी भी पैसा नहीं कमाऊंगी, दिस इज ओनली फॉर चैरिटी। तो एक एक पैसा will go for charity. It was a trust. That's why I made a trust.
Yeah.
But this one will be an organization, like a company.
Okay.
So
ठीक
I'm very excited about this new endeavor. And lots of retreats, lots of things are going to happen. And that name Light is just,
Yeah, it's
it
beautiful.
lights me up.
Hmm.
क्या था उसका फुल फॉर्म? मुझे वो आया था ना एक दिन, it got channeled ना, लव एंड लाइट का मीनिंग भी आया था, live in God's heightened terrain.
Live in God's heightened terrain.
हाँ, लव का क्या आया था, लेट आर वर्च्यूज इवॉल्व।
Wow.
एक बार मेरे
Wow.
जब मैं
Virtues
कमल से मिली
evolve.
थी पहली बार, अपने हायर सेल्फ से मिली थी, मैंने कहा था कमल फाइंड स्पिरिचुअलिटी। मुझे सिखाया आपने ना, प्रीति भंडारी ने, कि स्पिरिचुअलिटी का मतलब क्या होता है। आई वाज अ वेरी न्यू पर्सन इन दिस वर्ल्ड, तो मैंने कहा स्पिरिचुअलिटी होती क्या है? तो प्रीति ने कहा था कि इट मीन्स स्पिरिट्स एक्चुअल रियलिटी। ओ मेरी बत्ती जली,
फर्स्ट टाइम आया था जब।
मेरी लाइट जली कि ओ अच्छा। देन फिर मैंने पूछा कि ये लव एंड लाइट करते हैं हम, लव एंड लाइट होता क्या है? तो फिर मुझे उन्होंने बोला कि लेट आवर वर्च्यूज इवॉल्व इज लव, एंड
Wow.
व्हेन दैट इवॉल्व्स देन यू ऑटोमेटिकली लव। मैं कहा लाइट क्या होता है? तो बोले लिव इन गॉड्स हाइटेंड टेरेन।
Wow. Give new
Very
meaning.
nice. Beautiful.
मैंने क्या किया है? कमल ने किया है। हेलो, मैं सिर्फ कॉन्ड्यूट हूँ।
हाँ, जो भी हो, पर
तभी तो जब ये नाम आया ना, लाइट विद मास्टर कबीर प्राची, मास्टर, आई एम सेइंग कबीर बिकॉज आई बीन सीइंग दिस लेडी ऑनलाइन, एंड जब आया आई वाज वेरी इम्प्रेस्ड विद हर। सो आई वाज लाइक अच्छा क्या है? फिर मेरा आया मास्टर कमल प्राची। आई एम लाइक ओके, सो द टाइम टू वर्क विद द मास्टर्स एंड माय हायर सेल्फ, चलो करते हैं। एंड वी आर वन, एंड वो तीनों लोटस एक के ऊपर एक के ऊपर एक,
Hmm.
चलो ये बनाते हैं, करते हैं। So I'm going to start with the full moon, and I'm going to manifest that this beautiful company, Light and Born 1-to-1 together, they grow hand in hand, and they actually help heal trillions of people. मेरा वो endeavor था,
तो
जितने
लाइट
भी
के
साल
अंदर
में
में आप
पूरा
क्या
होगा।
करोगे? What will you
हाँ,
do under the light?
लाइट में जो पहला स्पिरिचुअल वो होगा ना, दिस फुल मून मेडिटेशन पूरा, इट्स अ प्रॉपर रिचुअल। 3-4 मोडालिटीज हैं उसमें।
Light is a company's name. It's a
Light is a spiritual organization's name, yeah.
yeah,
I don't want
and
to say company is also fine. We are all company together
हाँ,
with
मतलब light will be your this
the
name.
name of that. It's a bond 1-to-1 for life is a name.
हाँ, वैसे लाइट हो गया, लाइट के
Light
अंदर
with,
what will you
no,
do?
Light with Master Kamal Prachi, पूरा
हाँ,
नाम।
लाइट विथ कमल प्राची।
Master Kamar Prachi.
तो इसके अंदर हम स्पिरिचुअल रिट्रीट्स करेंगे, हीलिंग रिट्रीट्स, वर्कशॉप्स करेंगे, फुल मून रिचुअल तो करने का है ही, एंड आई एम गोइंग टू ब्रिंग इट टू बैंगलोर, आई एम गोइंग टू टेक इट टू कैलकाटा। सिर्फ दिल्ली में ही नहीं करूंगी, बाकी सिटीज में भी जाके करूंगी।
Very nice. We're waiting. Prachi, waiting.
तब आप नहीं बोल पाएंगे कि मैं नहीं आ रही हूँ, आप नहीं आई तो मैं आ जाती हूँ।
मैं वहां तुम्हारे साथ ही रहूंगी हर टाइम.
फिर सोनिया के साथ जम्मू में
100%.
भी करूंगी, ज्योति के साथ, ज्योति और आपके कैलकाटा में करूंगी। माधुरी कहाँ रहती है? मैं तो भूल गई।
मेरा तो आपको मालूम ही है,
बंगलोर,
मालूम ही है तो आपको।
बैंक विल डू इन बैंगलोर।
बेंगलुरु
I'm in Saharanpur.
सहारनपुर भी कर लेंगे। we'll do
हाँ जी.
everywhere. We'll figure it out. So by the way, Ritu, the Agora Club is coming up in Bangalore. So
हाँ
you
मैंने 3 लोगों को
be
रोल
a founder member. So by the way, प्रतिमा जी आपको पता नहीं है जो अगोरा क्लब में इंडिया में लाई हूँ, मैं अपनी सोल पर्पस भी चल रही हूँ. मेरा सोल
Okay.
पर्पस है to be a light worker to spread spirituality.
Yeah.
तो अगोरा क्लब in India is a spiritual community of women above 37.
Okay. I had asked you, remember, तुमने बोला था तो I had asked also, what is this, share with us, but you went on with it. So I said, जब भी होगा तब
It's
बताओगे.
a spiritual community of women who want to
Okay.
grow and evolve. Some
Okay.
can be healers, some can be believers, and some can be newbies also who learn with the
Okay.
modalities. And every month
Okay.
we meet once minimum, जहाँ कोई ना कोई spiritual experience होता है.
Okay.
जैसे in Delhi we had done sound healing, and we had done that ceramic therapeutic pottery shaping.
Okay.
My husband's put on the light. It's okay, it's
हाँ.
fine, it's fine. So,
ठीक है, तो you're not putting up in Calcutta, this Agora Club?
we will, Calcutta भी आ रहे हैं.
आ रहे हैं ना?
तो
आप suggestion दीजिएगा if some, yes, there's some women above 37 who are interested in joining.
Okay.
37 का क्यों रख दिया लाइक समथिंग फॉर यंगस्टर्स नहीं है क्या लाइक फॉर माय डॉटर
Agora, नहीं, so Agora, we
But
can,
Agora, some other thing you can suggest for
we
Muskan?
will make, no. We'll make a community for them. क्या problem है? Start करते हैं.
ऋतु,
हाँ,
तुम प्राची को खाली बोल दो क्या
बस.
चाहिए, उसके
देखो,
बाद there is
light,
no
love and light
question.
मिला हुआ है ना इतना भर भर के.
Yeah.
बस ये बच्चे हैं ये लोग पूछ रहे हैं उनके लिए कुछ नहीं है मम्मी आप लोगों का ही चलता रहता है हम लोगों का तो कुछ भी
करते हैं ना. बच्चों में से 2-4 बच्चे आइडेंटिफाई कर लो who want to take the lead in this. We can help them from the back support. Let them be the faces.
या
Like जब मैं 13 साल की थी, मुझे अभी भी याद है 12 साल की थी. There were these 3 aunties in New Friends Colony. They would call it the satsang for children. They taught us about Atma and good values, good sanskars.
तुम्हारे जमाना था यहाँ पर दे वांट टू ट्रेवल और दे वांट टू एक्सप्लोर तो उनके
I
लिए
would travel with them. I would love it. देखो मैं बोलती मैं सबको बोलती हूँ मुझे विटामिन टी हर महीने चाहिए. सब बोले हमने कभी सुना ही नहीं है विटामिन टी क्या होता है. ट्रैवल होता है.
अच्छा यहाँ पर बैंगलोर के अगोरा में 3 जन को तो रोल इन कर लिया है मैंने अभी आई एम वेटिंग फॉर श्वेता
स्पिरिचुअल बेंड हो जो गॉसिप करने में बिलीव नहीं करते हो एंड एक
बहुत
दूसरे
मुश्किल है प्राची बहुत मुश्किल
कोई
है
मुश्किल नहीं है. तुम बोलोगी तो मुश्किल है.
नहीं मिल ही नहीं रहे
नहीं,
स्पिरिचुअलिटी का नाम सुन के ही भाग जाते हैं हमसे तो नहीं होता भैया
हाँ तो बस नहीं होता तो अच्छा है. दे आर नॉट द फिट फॉर अस. डोंट वरी. बॉम्बे में वी हैड दिस 11 ब्यूटीफुल वुमेन. कहाँ से आए मुझे नहीं पता. वर्ड ऑफ माउथ से आए एंड इट वाज सच अ मैजिकल सेशन. मैं तो उसके पहले रो रो के ना शीतल के यहाँ रुकी हुई थी रो रो के कि मैं कैसे जाऊं. मैं तो मेरा दिमाग पुणे में है. हाउ डू आई गो फॉर. फिर पता नहीं कहाँ से स्ट्रेंथ आई. हंसी खेली केक भी काटी सब करी. हमने कहाँ से हिम्मत मिल गई. उसके बाद सेशन खत्म होते ही जो रोना निकला बोले क्या हो गया. आई सेड आई एम गोइंग टू पुणे राइट नाउ. देन सम पीपल गॉट टू नो दैट माय को-सिस्टर इज इन हॉस्पिटल. दे लाइक हिम्मती लड़की है यार ये. मैंने कहा आ जाती है हिम्मत अपने आप.
तो बैंगलोर आना रिबन काटने के लिए होगी
बैंगलोर तो आई एम गोइंग टू कम फॉर द कांटेक्ट मीटिंग पहले.
हाँ
आई कांट कम इन पर्सन.
19th को है ना 19th ना
नहीं हमें तो अभी किया नहीं. डेट नहीं अनाउंस करी.
अच्छा
we'll talk about this offline.
Yeah.
We talk about it. चलिए had a beautiful
You to
morning.
first find out about this Akanshik ka, talk to the Richa and find out,
मैं
that
ग्रुप
would
में
be.
डाल देती हूँ सब लोग का इन्फॉर्मेशन रहेगा. और
Yeah.
बात कोई एक जना कर ले. कोई सब लोग सेम का मैसेज करेंगे तो कोई पॉइंट नहीं है.
Ritu, do it.
हाँ बिल्कुल
और रितु हमारी लीडर है उसको बोल देते
Yeah.
करेगी.
Let her do it.
मैं सोल में अभी डाल रही हूँ उसका नंबर. सो आई वुड वांट एवरीबॉडी टू बिकम बिकॉज मैंने भी सीखा अपने लिए सीखा कि भाई हाउ कैन आई हेल्प अदर्स. हाउ कैन आई हेल्प अदर्स. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई लर्नड. समायराज ब्लेसिंग रिचा दास मैंने भेज दिया इनका आकाशिक रीडिंग का स्कूल. आप इनसे बात कर लीजिए रितु. ग्रुप में नंबर है. चलो हैव अ ब्लेस्ड डे. मैं अपना टिकट
Thank you.
बुक कराती हूँ अपने देवर से बात करती हूँ फिर अपना स्टार्ट करती हूँ. बहुत बहुत कुछ है आज. अब पुणे आज ही जाना
और कल का लिंक डाल देना where we can join.
अभी पहले भैया से बात करके गेट एन
हाँ,
अलाइनमेंट.
उसके बाद बता दे. Okay. चल.
ना आई मीन
See you
हैव अ
everyone.
बाय.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
Jyoti. I love your smile by the way.
Thank you.